So finally, we have an official update as to what is going on with patch 1.2. It's considered the major patch for Cyberpunk 2077, and it was supposed to be releasing here in February. Well, guess what? That is not happening according to the official Cyberpunk Twitter account. We're going to go over what they have to say here, so let's dive straight in. Hey everyone, what's happening? Open World Games here. Hope you're doing good, and let's do this. So this is what they had to say. They say this: while we dearly wanted to deliver patch 1.2 for Cyberpunk 2077 in the time span we detailed previously, the recent cyber attack on the studio's IT infrastructure and extensive scope of the update mean this unfortunately will not happen. We'll need some additional time. Furthermore, they say our goal for patch 1.2 goes beyond any of our previous updates. We've been working on numerous overhaul quality improvements and fixes, and we still have work to do to make sure that's what you get. With that in mind, we're now aiming for release in the second half of March. It's not the news we enjoy sharing, but we want to make sure we launch this update properly. Stay tuned for more information as the time draws closer. Thank you for your continued patience and support. So you got to remember that alleged CD Projekt Red developer saying that, hey, you know what, patch for February will be pushed to March. Remember this whole thing. We're going to have to revisit this, of course. Doesn't mean this leak here is all true. Of course, CD Projekt Red did come forward about this leak, saying that it was not true whatsoever. But yes, one thing that leak did get correct is the fact that the patch has been pushed to March, mid-March more specifically. Once we have more details and news about what's going on about this patch, what it includes, I will go over that, of course, in a video, so stay tuned. I really hope that they nail this patch down. Honestly, that's what I want to see. I do want to see this game make a comeback. I mean, they've been working on it for a long time. They should have just delayed it. Damn. All right, also, there was something interesting that was discovered as well on the Steam Depot. We'll dive into that right here. It says, patch most likely coming soon. I mean, mid-March, that is still considered soon, but it says this: they have something in the works that was pushed to the depot earlier today for testing. Whether it makes it before the end of February is anyone's guess. We now know, that it's not going to be happening. It's going to be March. It says for the ones being Pentenic, I'm aware they said they were releasing a patch in February. Okay. Anyway, if we go to the Steam Depot, this is Cyberpunk 2077. If you're wondering what in the world is the Steam Depot, we go over here. And it goes on to say the following. It says they were probably talking about the database. Sometimes you can see when a game is getting DLC because it will appear as a placeholder. And you can kind of see internal documents here that we are going to be getting. The CD, they are doing a CD internal QA, which is, of course, quality assurance that they are working on, most likely the update right now, as that indicates. That's what that's telling me, that's going to be part of the update for sure. You can see also the files right here, internal QA. So yeah, that's good news as part of the testing branch. So they're testing out something internally on Cyberpunk 2077. Now, what about the community's reactions to this delay? Let's talk about the Cyberpunk 2077 community says, take all the time you need. Happy to hear from you. 1,200 upvotes. Kedu says, I care so little about this. I honestly gave up on the game halfway and just started playing other stuff. Don't plan on finishing anytime soon. I honestly, truly, deeply regret this purchase, and I don't think I'll ever trust you guys ever again. Yeah, I made a Witcher 4 video, and the negativity, wow, it was very real. So, they've really hurt their reputation big time. Furthermore, we have another reaction here. Thorando says, for the 78th time, I would like to ask you how the studio that made something so remarkable like The Witcher 3 made something so atrocious like Cyberpunk. That's what I wonder. That's an ad, I think, right here. But yeah, we'll give you more replies. Let's go into the full thread, shall we? It's just me scrolling through the comments knowing damn well what I'm about to see. Asani says, dead game. No one plays this game anymore. It died in December. Laughing my ass off. Susie says, thanks for the update. Don't worry, just focus. Make this next patch the best it can be. Don't skimp. Just blow everyone's mind. I'll be waiting. So, it has 207, a lot. So it's like split. The community right now is definitely split. And awesome to see some Ghost in the Shell, by the way, I have to say. That's really cool. But yeah, it definitely seems like the community right now is split for sure on this. Also, Phil goes on to say this: holy hell, is there ever any good news coming from you guys? I spent thousands on a new rig for your game. I could have played it with a Game Boy. So oversold, this dumpster fire. Yep. So people are pissed and furious. Artra says, of course, dead game. So that's how a lot of you guys are feeling. Do you feel this game has any ability to make a comeback whatsoever? Please sound off in the comments below. You know, very rarely does a game actually make a comeback. Usually a company's reputation is damaged, and they have also a difficult time recovering because they lose key staff members pretty much forever. And yeah, that's what could actually be happening here with Cyberpunk 2077. Now, we have this right here. Mohammed says this about modders. Modders right now, fine. I'll do it myself. I know, I'm seeing that too. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if modders actually fix the issues themselves right before the patch. At least I'm noticing that on Nexus Mods. Anyway, Jack1234 says, terrible game. Nicole says, thank you for the update. It's so unfortunate about the cyber issue. I look forward to being able to play again. So, again, it seems like some of you are feeling that this game could make a comeback. And I noticed, you know, from what they have said internally, there weren't much refunds for the game. A lot of people just kept it on their system, and they're waiting for the next patches, the next updates to roll out. And that's what's going on for a lot of the community. If you're in the same boat, let me know. Honestly, that's what I'm doing. Even on my big PC rig, it runs smooth sometimes, but most of the times, man, I'm like, wow, this game is not optimized well at all. You can download mods which do improve that optimization. I have actually done that. But if you're on PS5, Xbox Series X, or whatever, and you're having any type of issues, yeah, it's going to be a problem. And a lot of you guys know that the issues go beyond the actual performance of the game as well. All right, now it's time to go over your top comments. Remember to leave a comment down below. It could end up right here in a future video. So let's do this. All right, so my recent video was CDPR just pissed off the wrong person. Yoinks! Plus new PS5 and Days Gone on PC. I'm so freaking hyped for Days Gone on PC. I'm just saying. Also, let's see. Alex Saber says, you mean generations matter, Jim Ryan? He's one to talk. And of course, Jim Ryan is known as the PlayStation boss. A lot of people are kind of disappointed with things that have happened around PlayStation with the controller drifting. You know, the consoles, some of the consoles breaking down. Not all of the consoles breaking down. I was one of the unlucky ones. My twin bro, Ryan, he was fine. He's like, yay! But anyway, Valen says, this sounds like the game might end up being a Microsoft exclusive after all. John Who says, so when are you guys going to release Cyberpunk? Sony, when it's ready. Grace says, Sony is definitely still upset about CDPR screwing them over with that whole refund debacle. Definitely, they put Sony in such an awkward position. Absolutely incredibly unprofessional on the part of CD Projekt Red. I honestly, it feels like amateur hour, to be blunt. Like, how can they make such a massive mistake? All right, Juan says, we have always taken the latter approach. Dude, Days Gone was a broken mess when they decided to release it. Yeah, I remember right now, I'm telling you what, after the updates, it is one of my favorite, you know, open world zombie games of all time. At least that's my opinion. And I'm not sorry about that. Michael Morales says, so after putting almost 110 hours into Cyberpunk, I haven't played it in about a month. And I tried playing it today. Holy hell, I just can't look past the issues now. I still haven't finished the story and just won't tell things are better. That's how, you know, yep. It says, I did most side content, it seems, but seem to be missing some side missions I've seen others do. Haven't found the crucifixion side quest. I just can't get immersed into the world at all anymore since noticing all the small issues. The world feels so dead and fake. It was enjoyable when I first started, but not anymore. This is an interesting topic right here. You know, did he notice the issues because maybe he stumbled upon... I'm just curious, you know? Did he, like, go into the world himself in depth and find out? Or did he find out through some sort of viral YouTube video or meme that was making fun of the game? How many of you actually play an open world game and look in depth as to what NPCs are doing. You know, since they advertise a lot of stuff with Cyberpunk 2077, they were saying stuff like, hey, every NPC has a day, night cycle, they have an entire life, they go to work, they go to sleep. That's not true whatsoever. So yeah, of course, a lot of people would be interested in that stuff. And, you know, this is the stuff that they were noticing. Michael here obviously noticed it as well, and it definitely dampened his experience with the game. For sure. All right, so I will let you guys know what happens with update 1.2. I'll give you guys the, news about when the exact release date will happen. But right now, it's looking to mid-March. I knew this thing was going to be delayed. It was quite obvious. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you next time. Take care.